Hey, this is Steve from Brand Salt Marketing to answer the question that you might be asking yourself, can we sell on Amazon if you're an importer, distributor, wholesaler, retail brand, whatever it may be? So I'm going to try to show you quickly how to do the basic research to determine whether or not you should pursue expanding your business on Amazon. So for an example, I just did a Google search for companies in the UK. We have a lot of clients in the UK and EU. It's a great opportunity right now. It's less competitive than Amazon.com, and you can really take advantage of that and become the top seller in your categories. But this is a wholesale distribution type of company, so they've got tons of huge catalog of SKUs here. I just chose a couple categories at random: artificial flowers, photo albums, and cake stands. And I did a search on Amazon UK. I'm using the Helium10 X-ray tool, and this brings up a lot of the data that we get when we um, click on the Chrome extension called X-ray. Looks like this, the X-ray tool. You see here the search volume. It's actually for the Amazon UK, that's quite a high search volume. See in Amazon.com, for example, the same search has a search volume over 28,000, which is very high. So anyway, what I'm going to look at here, if I would just scroll down the page, I see there's different types of artificial flowers. Okay, I determine, like, look, based on this, it looks like in our catalog over here, we do have things that are similar to these types of bouquets. They could be comparable products. So looking at the extension, the data, I'm going to look at this column first of all. Now this is monthly sales. I'm going to ignore these first four results. That's sponsored, so forget about that. I don't know why these search results are not showing up. The data is not available. I have to look deeper into that why. But even with these sales volumes that are showing up, this is estimated monthly sales. So we're getting to well over 2,000, right? 1,200, 13, 15, 2,000. We're into 2,700. If we scroll down, there's sellers even on the second page selling, which means that there's other keywords that they're targeting or more specific. For example, eucalyptus flowers are very popular right now. A lot of people using that for wedding decorations or whatever. Anyway, so just from this column right now, I would say yes, there's definitely a market. Another factor would be if you want to know about competition. So you have a look at the review count. This is actually quite a high review count for each one. Over 100 reviews starts to get, on Amazon UK at least, starts to get competitive because they have a lot of social proof, obviously, and if you're coming in with a new listing that only has one or two reviews, so it'll be hard to compete. However, not impossible. I also take a look at the ratings. Looks like these are pretty high ratings. If I do see numbers on here like 4, this is the amount that the reviews. So if it only has a 4-star, that means there's a bunch of negative reviews that's pulling that down from 5. 4.5, 5 are really good. You want to make sure then that you have a very high quality product if you want to compete in this. Make sure that the artificial flowers that you have, everyone knows for themselves, despite what they may tell their current clients, you know for yourself whether or not your stuff is high quality. So yeah, artificial flowers looks like a go. Next category we said is the photo albums and boxes. Again, I'm taking the Helium10 X-ray tool and taking a look at the number of sales. Huge amount of sales for Amazon UK in the thousands. This looks like a great opportunity, and the review count is not so high. Even more here, this seller is showing up on the first page of organic sales, and he's only got 8 reviews. And mind you, his sales are only 176, not so high. I could go into why that is. I've taken a look at his listing, compared it with the others, but that's another video. So anyway, but this is a great opportunity if you have a catalog of photo albums. And of course, this is a very general search, 6x4 photo albums that you could get more detailed. One thing that there is something interesting in this category, Arpan seems to be dominating this niche. I looked at it before. They're a vendor. They're selling directly to Amazon, which is also an option. But I'm not scared of that. I think someone could compete with them fairly easily and increase and see significant revenue from launching your photo album catalog. a thing to keep in mind for distributors or importers, people with large catalogs. Each product doesn't have to be a complete winner. You know, even if you have 100 products and they're all selling only 50 units a month, which is a low volume for Amazon, but that totals up to 5,000 sales a month. And our third category of cake stands, just trying to wrap this video up. We've been going on for 5 minutes already, so it might be getting overwhelming. Anyway, the search volume here for three-tiered cake stands is very low. So there's definitely other keywords how people are searching for cake stands. But you see even here sellers, this seller selling over 400 units and over 200 units and 150 units. This is not a huge market as far as sales volume goes. But depending on the price points that this EFG is selling their cake stands at, if they can compete on these prices, even here at the 20-pound rate or this 30-pound, that looks like a little more of a fancy one, then there's opportunity here to launch a couple of their cake stands and generate revenue. Not to mention that looks like whatever hundreds of other SKUs they have, maybe even 1,000 other SKUs or whatever. So that would pretty simply answer the question, can they sell on Amazon? Yes, and more importantly, should they be selling on Amazon? Most definitely, especially a company like this EFG that we were looking at, found them through Google, they're selling wholesale. If they break up those units and sell direct to customer one at a time, their profit margin is going to increase significantly. And that is the first step to determine whether you should be considering expanding your business onto Amazon.